Welcome to another episode of Football Scientific with me, Aaron Sauter. I'm a writer for FootballAnalysisOne.com and I cover the Cincinnati Bengals. I also am a writer for CFL News Hub and I cover the Hamilton Tiger Cats of the CFL. On Football Scientific, we also talk about the IFL, the NAL, the ELF, and the NFL, of course. And so it's a lot of football going on today. There's not a ton of news. We're going to go through it anyway and kind of keep up with things as we go through the week, okay? But first, before I start going through the rundown, let's talk to my co-host, Wolfie D. Wolfie D's back! Are you going to stay awake today, bro? Yeah, I'm going to stay awake today. I'm more awake. Okay, that's good. Don't be falling asleep and talking about beehives, okay? All right, I'll do my best. Thanks, Wolfie D. All right, so first in the NFL, former Denver Broncos and Falcons defensive back Justin Simmons is still being pursued by the Eagles and Ravens. We'll see if they pick him up. Next, the Las Vegas Raiders. They feel they need to bring in another wide receiver. They're looking at Keenan Allen, who played for the Bears last year, for the LA Chargers previously, and Amari Cooper, who has left the Buffalo Bills. Miami Dolphins. They're trying to get rid of Jalen Ramsey, but they're also trying to contact and get a hold of quarterback Asante Samuel Jr. from the LA Chargers to replace Jalen Ramsey. Cleveland Browns, they have officially signed their first-round draft pick, defensive tackle Mason Graham. He got a 4-year contract, $40.9 million, fully guaranteed. It's going to be hard for the Bengals to convince Shamar Stewart he's not going to get a fully guaranteed contract. All the rest of these first-round guys are getting fully guaranteed contracts. That's what he wants. They're saying no, but everyone else is getting one, so they probably need to pay him the fully guaranteed contract to get him into camp. Miami Dolphins, wide receiver Tyreek Hill. He's been wanting to be traded, but now he's like, I'm happy to be in Miami now. Maybe he's not a Jalen Ramsey fan, I guess. And he says he's looking for a 2,000-yard season this time around. Las Vegas Raiders running back Ashton Jeanty, first-round draft pick, is real confident. He says he predicts he's going to run for 1,500 yards this year and 10 to 20 rushing touchdowns. That's a wide range. Yeah, you'll probably run between 10 and 20. I don't know. That's a wide range of touchdowns. In the UFL, Birmingham Stallions have released long snapper William Mote. Michigan Panthers have released quarterback Colby Suits. I guess the suit didn't fit. They released middle linebacker James Neal. They inactivated middle linebacker Javon White. He's now on the IR list. San Antonio Brahms released wide receiver Justin Smith, the king of drops, the drop king. He dropped a lot of passes this year. And they moved Dron Levitt to IR. No one really cares. They got one more game left. And they'll probably lose. Okay. And UFL's fixed. Also in the UFL, Michigan Panthers head coach Mike Nolan says he's going to play Rocky Lombardi against the Houston Roughnecks this week. Just give him some reps. But we don't know about Bryce Perkins. We know Dan Etling is getting a little better. Rocky Lombardi's going to get the reps this week. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. They have never beaten the Birmingham Stallions. Okay. NAL, Columbus Lions have released defensive lineman Zaya Gibson. They also signed offensive lineman Jaleel Mathis Ellis, and they signed defensive lineman Jeremiah Carter. Shreveport Rougarou, they signed offensive lineman Xavier Green. They signed offensive lineman Garrett Gonzalez and signed wide receiver Matthew Stroud. Boop. Okay, next in the CFL. Things are getting hype in the CFL. Calgary Stampeders signed global kicker. They added Jordan kicker Jordan Noe. He's coming off suspension. I guess he showed up to camp. American running back Ryan Jones has retired for Calgary Stampeders. He's had enough. Edmonton Elks, they add an American offensive line, Greg Island, who played for the Brahmas. He's horrible. Does not help the Elks at all. They add American linebacker Brock Mogensen. I've seen his name somewhere else before. I don't think it's a good sign. They released American defensive back Christopher Jackson. And they released American defensive back Alfred Stephen IV. They were horrible in their preseason game. Mental note. Montreal Alouettes, they signed American offensive lineman Detroit John. And they signed they activated from the IL. No, they moved to the single game IL. American DB Deontay Ruffin. He's now in the single game IL. Injured reserve. Let's go. Okay, Ottawa Red Blacks, they signed, they add a player from the injured reserve list, a national long snapper, Peter Adjie. Okay, so he was injured, they added him from the injured list. Long snapper, Peter Adjie, he's a national player. Saskatchewan Roughfighters, they have moved to the injured list, single game injured list. National defensive lineman Charbel DeBeer and national defensive back Kosi Onyeke. They released national kicker Brian Garrity, and they signed 3 guys. National kicker Dawson Hodge to replace Brian Garrity, I guess. American offensive lineman Jack Sherwill. Sherwill protect you, sure. Global punter Joe Couch. Get off the couch, Joe. Time to go punt. Where's Saskatchewan? Toronto Argonauts, they added from the injured list national kicker Liram Hajlarahu. Okay, he's coming back. The kick, let's see if it makes a difference against the Ticats this week. Hopefully not. Winnipeg Blue Bombers have added from injured veterans national defensive lineman Cameron Lawson, and they was suspended by the CFL American wide receiver Cody Case. He probably went home. Nah, I'm good. The European League of Football has expanded their coverage from Europe to South America, primarily Brazil, trying to get more fans. So that's the news today. Not a ton of it. I'm going to write an article on footballanalysis1.com about the top dual threat quarterbacks in the NFL. Should be a fun article to read. So check that out, and we'll see what happens in the CFL news. Okay. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed Football Scientific. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, like it, and then also subscribe to the channel. Boom, it helps us with marketing and stuff, okay? All right. Have a great day. Football Scientific is closed.